Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Caboose bringing you another Gotham Knights video, and today what we're going to be talking about is all the confirmed villains that we know about in Gotham Knights so far. We're going to go over some of the obvious ones, of course, but then we're also going to do some speculating and a bit of detective work to talk about some villains that may show up based on some Easter eggs found in the reveal trailer, as well as some of the cryptic teasing that was done by WB Montreal before the official reveal of the game. Now, before we get into everything, I wanted to ask you guys, of course, if at any point you enjoy this video, if you could consider leaving a like rating on it, it would show your support and I would really appreciate it. So if you enjoy the video at any point, leaving a like rating would be awesome. And if you're new here or you're looking forward to Gotham Knights, well, I got you covered. I'm going to be making videos on everything surrounding this game. Speculation, topic videos, news, updates, trailers, gameplay, and so on and so forth. So if you'd like to, you can subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell to be immediately notified when a video goes live. And with all that being said, well, let's jump into this. Okay, so let's get the obvious ones out of the way first. Of course, we all saw this in the Batgirl demo. We even see a glimpse of him in the official trailer reveal for Gotham Knights, Mr. Freeze. And I think he looks pretty sweet in Gotham Knights. I love the fact that his suit makes it seem like he's just kind of towering over your character. I think that's awesome. The only thing that I'm hoping for out of Mr. Freeze is that he's not just an evil villain and that's it. It seemed that they were kind of setting that up with his appearance in that Batgirl demo, but I'm hoping we can have that same level of sympathy for the character that we had in the Arkham games, utilizing that story with his wife Nora. But moving on, the other antagonists that were officially confirmed for Gotham Knights, we got the Court of Owls. We saw them at the end of the official reveal trailer for Gotham Knights, and oh my goodness, I am so excited about this. If you've been following my coverage of this game before its official announcement, the Court of Owls was like the very first thing teased for the game. And I think it's safe to assume that they're sort of going to be the main villain or the main antagonists of Gotham Knights. And I've said this before, but I'll reiterate. If Batman is truly dead in this game, I'm kind of bummed that they decided to do the Court of Owls storyline under those circumstances, because the Court of Owls is an iconic Batman storyline. That being said, though, I'm still very much looking forward to seeing what WB Montreal has planned when it comes to the Court of Owls in this game. And springboarding off the Court of Owls talk, a lot of people were pointing out the fact that in the reveal trailer for Gotham Knights, the GCPD police badge that's next to the picture of Jim Gordon has an owl on it. You can also see what looks like an owl's talon at the bottom of the police badge, which very much matches up with what we saw earlier this year in January during those symbol teases that were put out from WB Montreal. Everyone was speculating that it could potentially be the GCPD logo, and well, you can see that same owl's talon is there in that logo. Bruce Wayne mentions in the reveal trailer that the GCPD hasn't trusted them since the loss of Jim Gordon, but it looks like there's something more sinister going on. But okay, now we're going to do a little bit of speculating, and there's actually a decent amount of evidence towards some of the speculation that we're going to be doing, but nevertheless, the villains that we're now going to be going over are not actually confirmed, and it's just my speculation. Starting off with Ra's al Ghul, or specifically the League of Assassins. Again, if you've been following my coverage of this game, and you can see all the videos in the Gotham Knights playlist, I have been talking about these cryptic teases from WB Montreal for as long as I can remember. And well, just about this time last year, September of 2019, on Batman Day, we had that first official tease from WB Montreal that they tweeted out. Then the day after Batman Day, they put out these logos for us to see in HD, and one of them very clearly was the Demon's Head. So I'd honestly say pretty confidently that Ra's al Ghul is gonna be one of the villains in this game, and if not him, then the organization, the League of Assassins, will be. And on top of all the sort of cryptic teasing that came from WB Montreal, there was also some hints towards the character in the involvement of Red Hood's storyline, of course knowing that Red Hood died in this universe and was resurrected by Ra's al Ghul. So in the likely case that Ra's and the League of Assassins show up in Gotham Knights, I'm definitely playing through those missions as Red Hood just to see what the interaction is like between Ra's and Jason Todd. Moving on though, if we rewind back to the redacted page and the website and all the stuff that was coming leading up to the DC fandom reveal, you'll remember that during that second day of teasing, the message that popped up on screen after you input the correct code said face to face. And as far as I know, there was no actual payoff for this. This is still something that we just had hinted at us. So there's also a pretty good chance that TwoFace could show up in this game as one of the many villains that we're going to have to face off against, and I'm assuming if we're going to have Two-Face in the game in some way, he's probably going to be one of those side stories similar to what we're getting with Mr. Freeze. Okay, these last two villains that we're going to go over is some pretty heavy speculation. I wanted to break down some stuff that you see during the actual reveal trailer for Gotham Knights that may potentially hint towards these villains. The first of which being Anarchy. After we get that moment in the Gotham Knights reveal trailer where we see all the heroes and they're standing and looking over Gotham, then you kind of zoom in on the map and we see these people attacking a Gotham cathedral. And you can let me know in the comments if there's any sort of henchmen that match the look of these guys in the comic books, because right now the running theory is that they're working for Anarchy, and of course that has to do with sort of the red and white color scheme as well as the weird crazy looking design. The only reason why I think they might not be Anarchy henchmen is simply because we saw Anarchy in Batman Arkham Origins, so I'm not sure that they want to just reuse villains they've already used before. Then again though, they're gonna have Mr. Freeze in the game, so who knows. And then last up on potential villains that could show up in Gotham Knights, this one is really a bit of a stretch, so don't take this as any form of a confirmation. This is a straight up guess. But during that trailer, we see Robin drop down to the ground, and in front of him, if you pause, you can see that it is the Edward H. Elliot Center. Edward Elliot, of course, in the comics is the great grandfather of one Thomas Elliot, who you might know as the villain Hush. Yes, I know, it's a stretch. Just as I mentioned, this is definitely nowhere near close to a confirmation that we're going to see someone like Hush in Gotham Knights. However, I would really love to see that villain in the game, especially considering the concept of Gotham Knights. Batman is dead, Bruce Wayne is dead. So if Hush shows up and he's looking like Bruce Wayne, that could just make for some really compelling stuff. The Gotham Knights would be completely thrown off by it. But that wraps up the video that I got for you guys today, and now I want to kick it to you guys. Out of all the confirmed villains, or the most likely villains to show up in Gotham Knights, which one are you most excited to go up against? And also, if there's any villains that I missed, just let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed today's video, if you could consider leaving a like rating on it, it would show your support, and I would really appreciate it. I'm Caboose, and you can click on screen to make your way to one of the other videos on the channel, or you can click my logo to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Those links are going to be in the description. Drop a like if you enjoyed, leave a comment if you have an opinion, and subscribe if you're new. See you guys later.